course, a beautiful Tuesday morning. Good morning. This is Wake Up Nigeria, streaming live, airing live from the beautiful city of Lagos to the rest of the world. We are here to ensure that we curate the best experience for you on today's show.
It's a whole lot of energy here on the show, and it's only going to get better as we continue to celebrate every moment here. It promises to be fun, exciting,
It does.
fulfilling,
It does.
and of course adding that extra spice to your day.
That splash is the splash of sunshine in your face, widening your smile, ensuring that you have a whole lot of fun, entertainment, information, and education. My name is Mike Mesikeno.
And I'm Emil Kocha. Remember, guys, that you can use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on all our social media platforms. We want to hear from you guys. We want you to be a part of the best breakfast television show on Nigerian television.
All right, you can hit us up on social media. It's at TVC Connect across all our social media platforms. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC for engagement and interaction.
Of course, you can also watch us on GOTV channel 16 and UHF channel 49. We're also on StarTimes channel 121 as well. Let's get right into what we have right here on the show today. But of course, we have Titi in the kitchen.
Oh, but yes, we do. Just before we get right into it,
she's
the wonderful, the beautiful, the former Jesus baby, now salt of years. Yes, no. But no, just see her in all her beauty. She'll get to talk to you later.
In all her regalia.
In all her regalia.
In all her splendor.
Whoa, bringing spice and salt to the earth. All right, we'll kick off with parenting this morning. We have Femi Shofolue, who is a passionate youth educator with 2 decades of experience in teen and youth counseling. And today on the show, when it comes to parenting, he is talking about balancing tradition and modernity, how to navigate the tension between traditional parenting practices and the demands of a rapidly changing world. Wow, is that a topic? That is basically a comprehension. But yeah, that's quite a mouthful when it comes to the topic this morning.
We love birthdays, and that's why we're here to celebrate you and your loved ones on your special day. Global Angels is an entertainment group made up of music, art, and drama. They started in the year 2015 with the aim of spreading the gospel to the nooks and crannies of the universe. They'll be joining us here on the couch later on.
We've got Dr. Olatubi Olawale, an alumnus of the College of Medicine of the University of Lagos, a physiotherapist with specialty in sports and orthopedics rehabilitation. He's also a member of the Nigerian Society of Physiotherapists and of the American College of Sport Medicine. His special interest is injury prevention in sport. His understanding of the intricate connection between physical and mental well-being has expanded his scope of practice to mental health, and we'll be discussing I think there was something to do about the kidney and something and all of that. So there's quite a lot.
Injury.
Oh, there's injury, yeah. But there was something, there's a day that was commemorated on Saturday. Well, we'll talk about that when we have him on the show.
Perpetua Lukadike is a friend of the house. He's an actor, model, entrepreneur, passionate about empowering through skill acquisition. She is currently the winner of the 17th Beauty of Africa International Pageant 2024, and she's set to represent Nigeria at Miss International Beauty Pageant in October, and that will be holding in Japan. Well, we'll hear her.
The season of the queens.
The queens.
The queens, the queens.
Yeah.
Yay.
Woohoo. It's Tuesday, everyone.
Whether you like it or not, Mike.
Yes.
What?
So
Acknowledge the beauties
Which beauty?
in whose presence you
you
are.
are. Yeah. Wow. Mikey,
Don't be
it's not your fault.
Salt of the earth and light of the world. Good to have you, of course. Of course, this is actually a beauty queen. She is contested, and of course, fine girl from Calabar. Wow. Good to have you, ladies here. Wow. Let's start on a wonderful note. And for me, it's celebration. Even though some people might say it's mourning, but James L. Jones passed yesterday. It's celebration. Look, 93.
He did so well.
Yes,
he lived well.
And yes, you know,
well.
When I see people, okay, this is me, and this is with all due respect to you,
of course,
every other person you've lost. But once you've gotten past, say, 80, 90, dude, celebrate. Nobody's going to live their life.
He is being celebrated
exactly.
Right now, everywhere.
So for me, it's a celebration. I think about. I put up a post. Voice of Mufasa, voice of CNN.
Yeah, the CNN voice.
Yes,
watching. And
this
voice of
CNN,
voice of Darth Vader,
King of Zamunda.
Do you understand?
King of Zamunda.
King of Zamunda.
Do you understand?
Amazing.
Like if we want to start now to go through James L. Jones's career and look at the wonderful things, goosebumps, man.
Yeah.
So he lived a life. He left empty, gave himself to the world. He was still in production for some, movies and all of that, and for some. So you know that's. Same thing I love about Sir Ian McKellen, who says that, look, there will be no Gandalf until I cannot move.
Wow.
I will play Gandalf as long as it takes.
Ian McKellen is also the what's the metal, not metal, gosh, in X-Men.
Of course, Magneto.
Goodness, Magneto, I was going to say Metallo, I don't know. But there's some roles and there's some careers that are considered illustrious. Legacy level careers. They should be studied in universities.
So you know what happens? On Friday, we're going to be celebrating the life and times of James L. Jones.
All of his movies,
we're going to be looking at some of his wonderful stuff and all that to celebrate him.
Yeah.
And you know, I was just smiling as much as I was smiling. Like, hey, he gave it all. Everybody would want to go and make sure that in some way you've dropped some impact there, some legacy there. So we commiserate with the family, of course, and everyone.
Yes, of course.
And we celebrate the life and times of. So
he was an EGOT winner. He got every single award.
Everything.
EGOT.
There are few of them. There are a few of them.
Yeah.
Talking about the EGOTs, that's the Emmys, the
Grammys,
Grammys,
and
the Oscars, and the Tonys.
Yes, sir.
Those are the four major pillars of entertainment. The Emmys for music, the Emmys for TV,
For TV.
The Oscars, of course, for movies. The Tonys is for theater.
Yeah.
And that one is quite big. And of course, the Grammys for music. When somebody gets all of that. Very few. It's a very, very select and privileged company.
You know what? We only hope to be celebrated like that.
Of course.
And there was one shot in The Lion King where he was in the clouds. Let's see if Mufasa can send down the rain today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Taking back that queen. You're princess now.
All right. Let's take the weather. It's time for a news update right now on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilaya Onyison. Thanks for joining us. The Julius Abure faction of the Labour Party says it has withdrawn the automatic ticket reserved for presidential candidate Peter Obi, and that all its tickets ahead of the 2027 general election are open to qualified Nigerians. The faction took the decision after it held a National Executive Committee meeting in Abuja on Monday. Ademola Lawrence reports.
Right after the 2023 general election, the Labour Party has not healed from the defeat it suffered at the poll. Also, allegations and counter-accusations of corruption and mismanagement of campaign funds further fractured the party. 1 year after, the party is still struggling to put it out in order, especially with the recent move by the governor of Abia State, Alex Oti, and presidential candidate of the party, Peter Obi, who says they are no longer comfortable with the leadership of Julius Abure. In reaction to this, the Abure-led executive alongside state chairman and secretaries of the party are here at the party's NEC meeting. They also passed a vote of confidence on national chairman.
NEC in session hereby reimpose confidence in the leadership of Barrister Julius Abure's led National Working Committee and urge all party members to continue to respect the leadership of the party and obey its lawful directives.
The NEC resolved in their meeting that Peter Obi is no longer the sole candidate for the party's presidential ticket.
NEC in session also reviewed the decision of the National Convention to reserve its presidential and governorship ticket to Peter Gregory Obi and Alex Oti respectively. Consequently, all tickets of the party from presidency to the House of Assemblies are open to all qualified Nigerians.
What we have done simply is to open the window to accommodate more people. You will agree with me that democracy is about number.
The party says it is not afraid to wield the big stick against anyone who disrespects the constitution and stipulated procedure.
NEC in session also grant the National Working Committee power to take disciplinary.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty.
My name is Nachika Okeke.
My name na Uwi Balogun.
My name na Damilola Banire.
My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen. And this na Abigail. And I dare on top of you, Pigeon. I'm going to bring you bass, boost.
I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show say now my husband be this.
This na wetin you want.
After that day, the man
you no go see am again. If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody. When you dey find the husband, you not see sign say the guy small thing, you don't vex, don't give signs.
If they look for person we go give them to you, fact as he be. Men no they ever get fault. If baby not there for her, na the woman.
Talk no dey be person no make person no fit talk true inside. But for this country, we know say if we open curtain in the morning, waiting no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
We no even take responsibility for the children. Leave the man. And that's some poria.
Global Entrepreneurship Festival to be hosted at the Entrepreneurship Village in Nigeria, November 22nd to the 24th. Join world leaders.
The typhoon also tore roofs from buildings and uprooted trees. And now for some sports news. The Super Eagles held a training session at the Amahoro Stadium in Kigali, Rwanda, ahead of the Crunch AFCON 2020.
Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome the grand comedian of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Benga Dainka, the first. OJ right here, 7 of 7, like you already know.
Benga right here, 7 of 7, like I'm beginning to.
Vubi. Meanwhile, former Super Eagles players back interim manager Austin Egovon and his assistants, comprising of local coaches, to lead the national team to victory against Rwanda. And that's all we can take on news and sports for this hour right here on Wake Up Nigeria. But guess what? There's more. Stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome the grand comedian of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Benga Dainka, the first. OJ right here, 7 of 7, like you already know.
Benga right here, 7 of 7, like I'm beginning to know.
now time for the question.
You don't scare me one bit. Bata bata, I go drink. So.
Okay. So now one chance for Inter. My first question. Do you remember the names of the winners of that edition of StarQuest?
Of course I do.
Why do you?
And I hate myself for this. Because I have this question for you. Final question. No. Where outside Nigeria and what year? Think you're the only one that can be wicked.
I am thinking because I know back in the day.
Don't think. Answer my question quick. You are thinking too much. I don't like it.
The UK.
Final answer.
Focusing on yoga poses that helps relieve constipation and bloating. The first thing I'm going to start with basic moves and poses in yoga. We're going to start in a mountain pose. Little fingers rotated toward each other. Inhale, exhale. Inhale on your toes, exhale, press down on your heels. Inhale, exhale, go down to the side, and in between your hands. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Make sure you're standing tall and firm. Exhale, all the way to ragdoll. Opposite hands to opposite elbows. Drop your head down. Inhaling, coming back up. Stretch it all up. Inhale, exhale. Hands in prayer, falling forward. Going down straight, palm to the floor. Drop your head down. Looking between your legs. Inhale, exhale. Halfway lifts. Inhale, exhale. Palms down. Take yourself, legs out to high plank. Inhaling, exhaling, low plank. Beginners, you could drop your knees down for your low plank. Exhale, cobra pose. Tighten your abs. Inhale, exhale, come up straight to downward facing dog. Inhaling on your toes. Exhaling, press down. Take your knees down. Take a child pose. Relax. Inhale, exhale. Your hip down to your heels. Take 3 breaths. Inhaling, exhaling. Coming back up. Staying on your fours. Inhale, go to bird dog. Right hand up, left leg out. Exhale, knees to elbows, squeeze. Take 2 breaths there. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. One more other side. Inhale, exhale. At the point of exhaling, squeeze. Inhale, exhale. We're going to the crescent lunge. Crescent lunge. Hands in prayer. Revolving our crescent lunge. Twist. Hold it. 3 breaths. Hands up. Back down. Downward dog. Left leg. Crescent lunge on the left. All the way up. Hands in prayer. Revolve your crescent lunge. Twist. Twist your midsection. 3 breaths. Coming back down. Downward dog. Now we're going to take a breath in your child pose. Forehead down. Inhale. Exhale. And after 3 breaths, or you take as many breaths as you want, just come up, and that's the end for today's section.
Eh? You what?
Where's that coming from?
The gist has already started.
I actually I stumbled on someone's status. I think today's her husband's birthday.
Okay.
And I really, really admire the adulation.
She was created by him.
Yeah. She's
Wow.
my supreme one.
Wow.
Did you hear that? Supreme
My
one.
Lord.
Wow. When somebody calls
The master of my heart.
Okay.
See?
I don't know.
See what I said? So, I stumbled upon something just the night before I slept, and this was, there's something there's something where people jackpot, and then they start making videos online.
Okay.
People like, this one a class of 2024. Now don't come now.
Wow.
But she was making a video, and funny enough, what she said resonated with a lot of people. And this was what she said.
I saw the video.
Yeah, she said that take care of yourself. As Nigerians, we come into UK, US, wherever, and then we're doing 2, 3,
4
maybe
things.
as much as 4 jobs. Now, most of the time, there are limits to how you can work. I don't know how we circumvent these particular rules, but there are hours that are maximum hours that you can work. But somehow we find a way to go around these hours. In fact, she said that there was a particular woman she knows. Okay, she made a mention of somebody who she came there for. She passed and left her child and the husband. She was under some NHS kind of scheme or something, and they might probably lose their visa status. She was the one holding them down. Now the thing is that she said there's this particular person, not this other person that passed, but for 1 week she was doing 2 jobs, like 12 hours. She didn't sleep while she was trying to meet up something she wanted to do.
Maybe pay rent or something.
Exactly. So there was family and all of that. And we've had people who have come in there and said, look, 90% of all they earn is bills. And we know how it is. Yes, the society works, but
you go pay.
Have to understand. And so he said that it's one not as much as you're doing. And people were saying, look, it even applies to here. Mama, why you're hustling? Remember, this life is meant to be lived. You don't want to just walk your whole life and just what do you mean? But I mean, think about it. If you had to take a look back at your life when your life
did you
is done,
live well?
Living well is not the issue. Did you just work?
Did you just exist?
Go through
to
it?
Pay bills, exactly.
Yeah.
You just work to pay bills, and that was it. What did you do? So, as much as you are trying to this thing, find a way to live, and for quality of life. That's what she was just trying to say.
Yeah.
Quality of life. He said, look, these people are working too hard. They are hustling so hard that they could just end up at any time.
So it's actually very surprising because I feel like Nigeria is one of those countries where you can actually get away with just having one job. Many of the Western countries, people have something else they are doing. They have something, either they're doing something online or they have something they do at night or something they do on the weekends. Even if it's coaching little league football in some school or something, they have something else they're doing because it's not a lot.
It's not everywhere.
See,
so the reason why I say
so
the average Nigerian is used to a particular lifestyle.
But you see, when you said Nigeria, see, the problem is because of there's lack of opportunity. There's some people that have weekends free and would love to work.
Exactly.
But when you look at what's our unemployment statistics, you look at over 60% don't have jobs. So now, you understand?
I don't think it's like that. I think it's the type of jobs. So we have some people doing office work during the day abroad, and then at night they're cleaning.
Are you talking about?
They don't mind doing it, but there are some jobs that the average Nigerian would do abroad, but they will not want to do it here. You will not find the average Nigerian wanting to come here and clean or go to a McDonald's or whatever.
True. You see, for instance, we had the stuff we mentioned on Monday where a superstar, an actor, spoke about plumbing in the UK. And there's something remarkable he said. He said people in tech, the last month, they cannot earn what he has earned. You will plumb here for 5 years to earn what somebody in tech is earning 1 month.
Exactly.
I know people that are about going, the guy don't learn barbing. Because why? Go and take haircuts there.
It's on an average $100,
So the incentive there to do even things. Look, there's a time when I'll tell somebody, I haven't told my life, I say, look, some of these jobs you're talking about, at night I will do it. I'm not doing it at night. If is it cleaning somewhere, okay, I will do it. But the thing is that over there, they value services.
Yeah.
things
And
that you have to
then
do with your hand,
we-
and then they pay well for it.
We forget that
Or
there's
don't pay well for
dignity
it.
in labor,
Yeah.
regardless of whatever it is that
You
you're
are doing. Yeah.
Whether it is cleaning, whether it is sweeping, wherever you are in any part of the world, really. I know that, yes, contrary to even what you said, Titi, about even whites, really, they live with, so they don't, they don't even have the saving culture.
Yeah.
You know, we Nigerians we don't have the saving culture.
As much as we
they make some money, they want to
true.
go on this trip, they want to go on that trip, they want to live
What
life
are
to
you
the
saying, saving
fullest. But we Nigerians, yes, so of course there's absolutely nothing wrong with, the saving culture, which of course, when you travel outside the country, you can't seem to even understand how that mortgage, system used to it. But then again, for those who have found an opportunity to go out and are working or have found whatever it is that they are, which of course I also have to also mention that people forget to do their research before they go make that move. It's very important. So before you leave, what is that need? My pastor will always say that money is an exchange of value. You have to find what people need. What is that need? Because you need to meet that need for people to want to pay you for your service. So what is that need? What is that thing that you feel that people need? Yeah. You have to find a way to meet that need, and then you would thrive. Because if it is cleaning, because Auntie B is going, so for example, if you're traveling now and you're going to clean, your mindset goes to cleaning as well. You also have to find different ways to see how we could also.
So there's actually.
But I go sabi iron. I like iron.
Outside.
Ironing. So ironing. So that's the thing.
If you just
So do your due diligence, research, guys.
So you know the amazing thing. Like things like the paid apps for ride-hailing apps now. They're giving people opportunities. There's nothing stopping you if you're a banker right now taking some rides in the evenings after work.
Yeah.
That's a second job, for instance. But the average person wouldn't want to do it. It's just a mindset thing.
Average person in Nigeria, outside there, or
Here, I'm talking about here.
Oh, no.
Abroad, they would do it and they would do it well.
Titi, so the problem actually, or should I say the challenge, I would use the word challenge with a lot of Nigerians here is, okay, for example, I am in a lot of business networks and I also have business networks myself. And the biggest challenge has been the environment has not been conducive for businesses. A lot of businesses are suffering right now. Now, let's use the e-hailing services as an example. They're complaining because the taxes, what the government is asking of them, they can't meet up. And now the fuel situation has even made it worse because, they can't meet up. So there is a lot of challenge, right? But I'm also calling on the government to, please help us in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Because
I told somebody something and I mentioned that look, I sabi iron. Growing up, we used to have we had 2 ironing boards. The correct ironing board, you know how it is, where the not table or your bed. So I love to iron. I hate dishes. I hate cleaning.
Mike, should I bring my clothes over the weekend?
Oh, how much you go pay? I go do it. How much you go pay? But yeah, what jobs can you do? Just tell me, what jobs can you do if I would ride, and I've done it.
Oh, gardening, yeah.
Titi would garden, I would ride, I've done it. Iron, you get things to do, put your heads to something.
What will I do?
Okay,
I'm
all right.
already doing it, actually.
Maybe we'll think about it, I will let you know.
I will style you.
Just let us know in the comments. We'll be back after this time out.
This is 7 of 7. My name is OJ and signing a celebrity into my hands tonight on this social experiment called the 7 of 7. It's ON G. What is the name? Or what was the name? You see, I want to make them better now.
Rock Heart.
No, of the goat. When they brought it on stage.
The name of that goat.
Yeah.
We should go there.
No, that one easy now.
I'm just drinking this so that I can ask him my own questions. It's not because of Buga. He didn't get it. You know, you know. Okay. Mention 10 female stand-up comedians in Nigeria. See, just mention their stage name. If you annoy me, you will mention their real names and the year they started. And if you annoy me further, you mention the names of their husbands and the names of their children. Try me now. Okay, mention their name.
No, let's just.
No, wait. No, don't. No. Name, real name, stage name, husband name, children name. 10 of them.
Even the 10. That's a lot.
Eh?
That's a lot.
Did I cut your question for you?
Yes.
When you were happy now. Buga with your hunchback.
That was it.
Buga.
Here with us, Obi Ibekwe. Now, we're here to talk about youth development for nation building and so much more. It's great to have you in the studio with us.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here.
I'm wondering what makes you and your platform so passionate about this particular theme?
Well, Enterprise Nigeria advocates for the development of the financial services sector, which we see as a catalyst for economic development. But we soon realized that we cannot have a economic growth that we're driving for if we don't have a skilled workforce.
Of course.
And who will be that skilled workforce for our trillion naira, economy that we're aspiring, to?
Sure.
It's our youth.
Of course.
And we need to start doing something about that now for the future, for us to realize the future.
So we have some really large statistics here. 70% of the population presently just happen to be youth. And that is actually a very large figure. It's a lot more. It's a lot more than when we think about it. I'm wondering why, as at right now, we've not been able to harness, making sure that these youth are being put in proper positioning to thrive in the society right now.
So that 70%, it can be a blessing.
Okay.
It can be a problem. And whether it's a blessing or a problem depends on what we do in the interim to develop our youth. Our youthful population is actually a strong potential for Nigeria and Nigeria's economy. But unfortunately, there are other things that we need to do to ensure that these youth can contribute meaningfully to Nigeria's growth and economy. The major part is education. Today, many of our youth don't have access to quality education.
Out of that 70%?
Out of that 70%.
What percentage do have access at this point?
Well, I would say I don't want to put a figure to it, because, data, reliable data in Nigeria is a bit challenging. But I would say that not the majority of that 70% really do not have access to quality education, and that's as a result of the state of our public education system. So if your parents are doing well, you go to private schools. But if you rely on going, primary, secondary, and you get into the universities, if you can, on our public schools, I'm sure you and I know the state of those schools. Some of them are under the mango tree. Some of them don't have desks. Some of them have to walk miles to get to any type of school. So these are challenges. So access to quality education, so as a result of poor infrastructure, poor learning resources, poorly trained teachers, it limits a lot of our youth, many of them.
I'm thinking about the investment that's presently required. And investing in our youth right now seems to be one of the ways people can contribute. But it's all about long-term national progress and stability. What's your take on this?
I think all hands need to be on deck. The government, the private sector, the universities, academia, all hands need to be on deck. But the most important thing is, what are we doing with the graduates that we are, the universities are spewing out now? What you find is that they come out, they're not fully prepared or equipped to enter the workplace. Many of them lack employability, what we call employability skills or soft skills. So skills like critical thinking, communication skills, emotional intelligence. These are skills that are not taught in our universities, but are very, very important with being successful in the workplace. Sure. And that is where our Youth of Enterprise internship program is intervening.
I was just going to touch on that now, because what exactly is it that Enterprise NG is doing right now? I know it's all about harnessing that untapped potential.
Absolutely.
But what exactly is happening now?
So Enterprise NGR is its own contribution to solving this massive problem that Nigeria has with developing our youth, has identified a particular area. There are many programs that are addressing entrepreneurship, channeling youths in that direction, but there are not very many that are preparing them for the workplace, to support industry, etc. So that's where we are playing with our Youth of Enterprise internship program. So we've set up a program that is technology driven, and trains youth on employability skills. These skills such as critical thinking, problem-solving skills, emotional intelligence, communication skills. These are, skills that support lifelong learning and success in the workplace. And then once they're trained, we go the extra mile to place them in internships. Why? Because that work experience, that exposure to the workplace is so important to make them work ready for employers. And what we're finding is that once our interns, are exposed to employers and they work with them for 6 months, they end up being retained. So as we speak, we've trained over 2,000 graduates and, placed them in high-value internships. Now, it's not internship to go and buy. When you get there, they will say, go and buy me lunch or go and, no, it's high-value internship where they, we work with employers to ensure that they have the good experience that they need to position them for,
which is definitely important in this
to
time.
Start their careers. Exactly.
Everyone is looking for a leg up, looking for a position, a space, just an opportunity, and being in these environments is extremely important. But then, what about the stakeholders here, the private sector stakeholders? How exactly can they address some of these issues? So, in terms of unlocking the full potential of Nigeria's youth for this development, we need to, sort of ensure that we're positioning everything right and speaking to the right people.
Yes. So we're partnering with the private sector. Like I said, all hands need to be on deck. The private sector needs to work with academia more closely and vice versa, to ensure that the curriculum, what is being taught in our universities, meets market demand. Because you find that a lot of young people these days graduate and, with skills that are no longer relevant to, the economy, and makes it difficult for them to find jobs. So that connect will help, ensure that when young people graduate, they are graduating with skills that are in demand by employers. Then the government, of course, managing our macroeconomic environment, more efficiently, such that there's job creation, etc. Because the more jobs there are, the more we can harness the potential of our youth. So
of course, we are definitely going to be looking out for what Enterprise NG is working on and following up with you on these projects. And if you have any more information for us, where can we get it?
On our Youth of Enterprise website, exactly. You just go on there, log on. You don't have to, when you graduate, you don't have to give your CV to your uncle or to your auntie trying to connect with premium companies. Just log on there, And if you're a serious graduate that wants to green start your career, Youth of Enterprise NGR website is a place to go, and you start your life.
Thank you very much for joining us again, Obi Ibekwe.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
All right, so you heard it here. You might not have to, dust off your CV and send it to your auntie and uncle. Just visit Youth of Enterprise NG and find out exactly what you could learn or where you could fall in. All right, then, we've been eagerly standing by for MM and our chef today, Chef Tade, to take over in the kitchen, and they're about to do that.
Yes, we are. Welcome to the kitchen, guys. If you're just joining us, you are very welcome. With me in the kitchen is Chef Tade.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Yes.
And this morning, he's taking us to Mexico with his recipe. He's taking us to Mexico. And I'm super excited about this because this is one recipe that you rarely see. It's not common.
Yeah, it's not common.
It's very rare.
Yeah.
And it takes you, I think it's also one of those, what I call it a food. It's actually a Mexican food that you need to pay. So it's very intricate. If you miss out on something, you may just, get it. But then again, hey, with food, you're allowed to be creative. You're allowed to allow your imaginations run wild. So go ahead, please. Talk to us about what the ingredients are.
So easy to make. Usually what we do is we make use of minced meat.
Minced meat.
But right
Oh,
here,
you use minced meat,
yeah,
really? Okay.
So I'm using shredded beef.
Okay.
And I have my baby spinach here.
Oh, they're so cute.
Substituted for one other vegetable like
Lettuce?
that. Not lettuce.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have my onions, I have my bell peppers, I have jalapeno, I have
what are jalapenos?
This.
I know it's pepper, but I need
pepper.
to...
Chilies.
Chili pepper.
Yeah.
Great.
All right.
They can also be called shombo.
Yeah, we just have different types of peppers.
Oh, yeah. But is it the shombo type?
Yeah, the shombo type.
Okay,
exactly.
Just wanted us to be specific
I have
with that
tomato
pepper.
puree.
Okay.
Yeah, I have cumin, I have paprika, I have cayenne pepper. And I have my lime.
Okay. Talk to us about what role the lime will be playing in this
help
recipe.
it to be savory, give you that savory taste.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have my seasoning, chicken seasoning, and I have ginger and garlic, salt. That's all. Then we have our
tortilla wraps. Yeah. So you could either make a dough from flour.
Yeah, you can make it from.
Or you could use your tortilla wraps.
Yeah.
I think this is, this would definitely be a mouthfeel.
Yes.
Yeah, like it would fill up your entire mouth and fill up your entire palate. Absolutely love it. Now talk to us about what we're doing with the jalapenos, the tomatoes, the red, green, and onions.
So the thing is, we have the filling.
Okay.
The filling consists of your beef, your bell peppers. And,
so what are we doing with the bell peppers? Are we crushing them? Are we blending? What are we?
We have to cut them into strips. Yeah.
Okay.
So we julienne them, then we prepare it, pass it to the pot.
Okay. So now that you're cutting the beef into strips, what are we going to do?
So,
okay, you know what? We're just going to hold that for when we come back, because we need you all to be a part of what we're doing right here in the kitchen. Remember, guys, we are making burritos. I think this is one recipe you don't want to miss. We'll be right back, guys. Stay with us.
As the morning light filters in, the Max Breakfast kickstarts your day from the bedside.
We bring you the morning vibe and plenty of ginger to start your day right.
Join us on the Max Breakfast as we help you see your day one step at a time. On Max Hits, we've got the ultimate playlist for you. We give you back-to-back.
And all the biggest news from the world of entertainment. Only on Max.
Area! Waiting the apple, waiting the top.
Tune into our award winning Wednesday 102.3 Max FM.
Lagos, Nigeria, you're welcome to the Max Drive.
Whether you're there for inside motor, you're there for inside traffic, we're there for you with a Max.
Late nights on Max FM is where we help you connect the dots and put you in that place where you are ready to do it right.
We are dishing out the top hits of the week, counting down the biggest songs on your radio.
Let's go. Right now.
On Max Sports, we bring to you sporting events happening all around the world.
It's not just sports, it's entertainment.
You know what it is. It's the Max House Party. King Dion, DJ Charlie Sheen. Let's go!
We are your go-to for hit music, entertainment, and top-notch radio all day, every day. 102.3 Max FM. Hit music for Lagos.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Welcome to our hacker. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of Your View are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
All right, we have quite an interesting discourse this morning because even before we came, we've already started it on modern parenting versus traditional parenting, as it were. And our guest is Femi Shofoluwe. It is great to have you.
Thank you for having me this morning.
All right, great. Let's get straight into it. What would you describe as traditional parenting and what would you describe as modern parenting?
Traditional parenting basically can be said to be the way Nigerian would typically raise a child, or an African would typically raise a child. And modern parenting is like a borrowed Western culture or style of parenting. Exactly. And these two, they are like two parallel lines that cannot meet. However, because of the dynamics of the world we live in today, you can be growing in Nigeria and being prepared for another country entirely. And in that case, if you are not well groomed with global mindset, you can be well parented traditionally and become a liability in the Western world.
Very true. So is there an in-between? So can we say global parenting or globally accepted parenting? Is there anything like that, an in-between where, you know?
I think we should go with the in-between because once we say global, then we really can't, merge these two fully. What is acceptable in some culture is totally unacceptable in another culture. Standing upright, looking at elderly person in the eye and telling them situation the way they are. In Western culture, is actually it depicts boldness, it depicts truthfulness. But in our home culture, we don't need to begin to say that.
Or you call them by their first name.
You will not dare that.
She's somebody calling President Bill.
You will not dare that in our Western culture. Even the president currently will not accept it from you. He will tell you, are you there when they will name me? But then,
Imagine, as in you just see somebody say, Joe. Joe.
And he will gladly respond.
And he will respond.
However,
but they don't burn you where,
You will not try that.
Local government councillor.
However, if you get over there and you begin to do all this, it's not just...
So now the issue is that even over there now, so there has to be some form of adaptation or learning for one to travel because really there might never be a globally accepted way. It's all about adapting. How does one traverse through all? Yes, the blending. All that. How does that come in?
Let me come up with this example. There's a young girl I know who happened to be one of my students. Right here in Nigeria, within the corner of her room, she applied for a job in UK in an American company, and she got it. She's just in year 2 university. She has not even graduated yet.
A remote
She got, no, she traveled. She has relocated, as I talked to you. Year 2, she has not finished. I'm not even sure she had ever traveled out of Nigeria. But the way a parent parented her, she was ready for global stage. Are you with me? She was traditionally parented right here within the confine of Nigeria, but she was globally ready. I heard that she did over 7 hours interview at a stretch online, and she scaled through, preferred above every other. So you can parent your children right here in Nigeria, give them Nigerian culture, Nigerian values, and at the same time they are globally relevant.
I like that. Let's get to some instances now. How does one practically do that?
Okay, I have a friend in UK currently who is the most preferred in his company, and the reason is because they keep saying, you are respectful, you are respectful. That means the people we call Westerners, they know respect when they see one. It's just that it is lacking in their culture. So if we have it in our culture and we can export it by inputting in our children and letting them know that this is a global thing that will make you relevant anywhere you go, and they practice wherever they go, they will be preferred among other people that they have to choose from. I also know a guy in Australia who played for Australian national basketball team. At the age of 19, he bought his first home. When you're playing for a national team, you are in money. But this boy still prostrate to greet everybody. There was a time I heard that the parent was telling me that one of their friends said the boy behaved too local. They don't like the way he prostrate to greet. And the mother said he told the friend...
Is he Yoruba?
Yeah, they are Yoruba culture. But the other people, I think they are Chinese. They all met in Australia.
But the Chinese also, they
have their home, but you were like, this is too local, I don't like it. And the mother said, you see, if you don't like it, I will tell my son not to greet you again, but he will not stop greeting that way. That is the way he was brought up. No matter where he gets to in life, that is the way he greets those who are ahead of him.
For me, the number one thing about the Yoruba culture, which is, like you said, which is exportable, is the ability, look, once, the person might not even respect you in his heart, but outside,
that outward posture,
he might not in his heart, he might want to do anything, but he will show that respect. That is what I love. So we just have a very short time. So to a kid that you're grooming up and you're teaching respect and all of those kind of values, like you said, that girl was prepared for what you could get globally. What kind of things do you teach them so that they can also they can also be valuable in a global society? They can be relevant in a global.
In our culture,
society.
I don't think there's anything like emotional intelligence.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So we start teaching them emotional intelligence.
It's actually something we borrow. We don't know that. The only way to discipline a child is to shout them down. Okay. If you don't cop them now, they will grow wing in code and everything. But then you are destroying their emotional intelligence. You are destroying their self-confidence. You are destroying their ability to reason critically. We'll get to know all this later on.
People say there's a thin line between arrogance and self-confidence. And
that thin line is what we need to get, because in the Western culture, what they call self-confidence, we term arrogance here. But we need to actually know where the line is and let our children... You see, you teach your children to communicate their mind, let their truth be known respectfully. That is where the balance comes in. You have to be respectful in your communication. Then as parents, we ourselves, we actually need to be educated. We need to be aware. All these things we didn't know before, but now they are available there. Go out and learn how to raise your children with global mindset, and why they are still, being practically raised with traditional
I wish
method.
we had more time, but this is something that I will say is a resource material. People can go back to listen to this because you have actually dropped some gems here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
You're going to be, of course, with us across the month, so there are more gems that you'll be dropping and we'll get to learn from that.
Thank you so much.
Well done. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
All right. So let's head over, of course, to the kitchen, of course, where is on standby with Chef Tade. did you pick up something from that discussion?
Oh, yes, I did. I definitely did. And so about emotional intelligence, I think we need, as parents, we need to, because even we need to learn it first, because we have to learn to be able to teach our kids how to be emotionally intelligent. But thank you so much, Femi. Always been a pleasure having you here. But hey, guys, welcome to the kitchen. Chef Tade is here, and he's making burritos. Yes. Absolutely love it. It's a Mexican food, and there's so much going into our burrito this morning. So I'll just let him do the honors. Yeah, so please go ahead.
So we're about to start with our beef.
Okay.
So I have to drench it in my hull, allow it to cook.
So talk to us first what you did to the beef.
So what I did is I had to shred it. I julienned it. So
okay. Julienned.
Yeah.
I think julienne is when you cut anything into strips.
Into strips,
yeah. Into those long strips,
yeah.
whether they are vegetables, whether it's protein. Well, as long as you're stripping them. Well, strip, yeah.
So I drenched it into my hull.
Okay.
Then I have to allow it to cook.
So
tenders.
I can already perceive the aroma. And it's not the seasoning. There's something in there.
Yeah.
What did you put in there?
Garlic.
Ginger and garlic.
Yeah.
Ooh. There's something you did to the ginger and garlic. What exactly did you do to it? It's a different kind. It's not my kind of ginger and garlic.
So we added some other things.
Hey, now you're talking. Now you are talking. Because the way, the minute you used it, it awakened, the whole, the whole place. I mean, you could feel that, you could taste it in the air. Beautiful. It's a secret ingredient. Doesn't want to tell us. It's okay. Only if you can make it. I will steal this one. Maybe use it like 3 times. Let's see. But now let's talk to us about this other seasoning you used.
I have peppercorn in it.
Okay.
I have oil, olive oil in it. I have some other things.
Anyway, okay, so now we have onion in there.
Yeah.
You caramelized it a little bit.
No, I didn't caramelize. I only sweat heat.
Sweat heat?
Yes, sweating
What's
is
a sweat heat?
Sweating is you adding your what's it called? Your onions into your hull.
Okay.
Allow it to secrete out water.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a
sweating.
Heat. Because onion also has its own juice in it.
Yes, it has.
Yeah, that gives whatever you use with it its own flavor.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Okay, so we're just gonna. How long are we going to leave that?
Leave it until it's tenders.
Tender. Okay. So we have to keep checking on it to ensure that it's well put together. If you're just joining us, guys, we are making burritos. Chef Tade is here, and right there in the pan that he just covered up, we have our hot vegetable oil, which he allowed to heat up a bit, and then added onions. And then ginger and garlic, and then some peppercorn mix that he's put together. I can't wait to taste that. It smells so nice. And then he put in the shredded beef.
Yeah.
Right, Julian style. Right. Now talk to us. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm trying to also julienne my bell peppers.
Okay.
I'm adding that to it.
Okay. It's going in there?
Yes, going in.
Okay, so that's when the beef is ready?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Now,
if I should add it from the beginning,
it's going to be soggy.
To be soggy, and you will not see it.
Yes, yeah. And remember, guys, it's vegetable. Remember not to overcook
it, exactly.
You need them fresh. You need them still, retaining its nutrients, because, that's the essence anyways. Remember that our red, green, yellow bell peppers have, some of the highest vitamin C in, in any food at all. It really does. So you want to ensure that you're having it in full. So things are coming together really nicely here. When does the tin tomatoes, the curry paste go?
I will still have that very soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So we're excited. Yeah. So we have our shombo we haven't used here, tomatoes, onions, and our baby spinach.
Yeah.
Right. That's all going into the tortilla wraps later on. We'll go on a quick break. Chef Tade is still here cooking up a storm. The show continues shortly. Stay with us, guys.
We don't like to eat better, more nutritious meals.
Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome the one who can make time stand still forever, Mr. Kelechi Amadi. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, my brother.
You love that intro, Abi?
Yeah. It was great.
Okay, yeah,
Thank you.
We try like that.
Thank you.
Now my question, which I feel is a cheap question.
Oh, go ahead.
What does ISO stand for?
That is it. I think I'll drink.
No, you're joking.
I'm not joking.
No. Shay, you didn't whine me. You're whining me now.
I think I'll drink.
Huh?
No problem.
Okay.
I've always known this as ISO. I never bothered to know what it means. I know what it means, but I never bothered to know what the acronym is. Tell me the brand of camera that I use, so much so that I even became an ambassador. That's very easy. It's out there.
It's supposed to be, yeah.
I just said, let me give you this one as a token of my appreciation.
Sony.
Drink!
I'm not done. You did not say final answer.
It's final answer.
You did not ask me if that was my final answer.
You don't have any choice again. It's only
Nikon.
How many cameras do they have? My
Nikon.
friend to drink. I gave you a very easy something.
Nikon now.
Chef Tade, is it pen you used to put inside here?
Yeah?
It's spoon.
Spoon.
Yeah.
No, spoon for tasting.
For tasting.
Yeah.
So wait, you want to do your...
Yeah.
And then
you want
you taste,
to taste.
and then you put it back.
That's ninja.
Yes.
That's food ninja.
You should always be ready to taste your food.
But yeah, Chef Tade, it's you are doing a great job. You see, when people know how to do something, when you watch them, there is that calmness, there's the finesse.
Precision.
That's the word. Precision, calmness, finesse. Baba, you know what you do.
And
Like it's not. If it's me now, you will see me going everywhere. But this one, now professional. This is not the
how
time.
you also know a good chef is in his seasonings. You know, there's a mix of seasonings that they use. You'd see it the minute they use it. You know,
Not everybody knows how to use it though.
Yeah?
Not everybody knows.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you just see them throwing it about and you're like, what's this?
Chef Tade, you are too much. But this your logo be like Ikeja Electric.
Wow. Wow.
I'm just kidding. Welcome to the second lap of the show. Of course, there's been a whole lot, but yeah, it's great to have you back. My name is Mike Mesikeno.
And I am Emel Koche. And of course,
Titilaya Oinson.
Yes.
Right.
Remember, guys, that you can use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC across all our social media platforms. We're on X, Facebook, Instagram, Threads. Are we still on Threads?
Yes, so we're still there. We're threading.
Thread called Niduni.
Well, you can still find us across all
Watch
our
Olamide
socials,
to shout.
guys.
No, it's there. We're still on Thread. Thread is hanging by thread.
It literally is, guys. And you can absolutely watch us from anywhere in the world through our mobile app. You can download download on your Google Play or iOS.
Indeed. Of course, use hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC for interaction and engagement. We'll kick off with birthday shout-outs. We will be celebrating you and your loved ones. And of course, there's no better place. Olakweju, Dawodu, and the rest of you. Happy birthday.
Global Angels is an entertainment group made up of music, arts, and drama that started in the year 2015 with the aim of spreading the gospel to nooks and crannies of the universe. Today, they'll be joining us to share their journey as a music group.
And on health, we've got my guy, Dr. Olatubi Olawale, an alumnus of College of Medicine, a physiotherapist with specialty in sports and orthopedics rehabilitation, a member of the NSP, that's talking about Nigerian Society of Physiotherapists, and also a member of the American College of Sports Medicine. Of course, whenever you see Dr. Olatubi Olawale, you know it's all about injuries, prevention, and all of that. And we will be discussing injury prevention and management for athletes and fitness enthusiasts.
And finally, we have Perpetual Ukadike. She's an actor, model, entrepreneur, passionate about empowering through skill acquisition. She's currently the winner of the 17th Beauty of Africa International Pageant 2024 and is set to represent Nigeria at Miss International Beauty Pageant this October in Japan. Oh, I love that outfit.
That's
an MM outfit, right?
Yeah, that's like, let's do the. You saw what they did when they were crowning her.
Wow. Really? We're still on air, guys. We're still on air.
It's the season of queens.
Wow.
Queens are reigning everywhere.
Wow, I see what you're doing there.
You
nice.
See? I'm not doing it again.
Let's
go. Let's go.
It's time for the weather,
Let's
guys.
go. Let's go.
If you're born in the month of September, congratulations. Yes, it's birthday shout out. Thank you for sending in those shout outs, guys. We absolutely appreciate them. We'll start off, of course, with Ademola Falemera. The 19th of September is your birthday, and Sunday sends the shout outs.
This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Happy birthday, Azima Abdul Hakim. The 11th of September is your birthday, and this is from Hakim Anima Shaun. Happy birthday.
You will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Happy birthday, Grace Cherish Omile. The 8th of September is your birthday, and this is from your siblings. Happy birthday.
This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
That is such a cute pose. Honorable Emmanuel Odering Day, the 11th of September is your birthday. This is from Ramat. Happy birthday, sir.
And I wish you very well. This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
birthday, Mrs. Oguns. The 6th of September is your birthday, and your children are sending the shout outs.
Very well. This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Mrs. Onyeka Payne, the 13th of September is your birthday. Your children send this shout out. Happy birthday, Ma.
Very well. This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Olakwe Judaudu, the 10th of September is your birthday. Your children and grandchildren send this shout out. Happy birthday, Mama.
This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Osborne Imai, the 11th of September is your birthday. This is from the Lamidis. Happy birthday.
And I wish you very well. This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Happy birthday, Peace Dogeli. The 9th of September is your birthday, and this is from yourself. Happy birthday.
And I wish you very well. This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Happy birthday, Wina Omuka. The 11th of September is your birthday, and this is from Zay and Dami. Happy birthday.
This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Two special people as well who are celebrating the month of September, but I'm just going to save their shout out for later on. May God keep you all. Have a beautiful year ahead. We'll go on a quick break. The show continues shortly. Stay with us, guys.
Good morning, Marina Station.
Get ready to step into the heartbeat of your city like never before. Welcome to Events Diary, where every moment is a celebration. From the electric energy of Owambe extravaganza, to the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings, Events Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it. You'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Events Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty.
My name is Nachika Okeke.
My name na Uwi Balogun.
My name na Damilola Banire.
My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen. And this na Abigail. And I dare on top your view pigeon. I gotta bring you bass, boost.
I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show say now my husband be this.
Now wetin you want.
After that day, the man
You no go see
disappear
am again. If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody. When you dey friend the husband, you not see sign say the guy smart, you don't vex, don't use signs.
If they look for person wey go give am to you, fact as e be.
Men no dey ever get fault. If baby not dey for her, na the woman.
Talk no dey be person yo, make person no fit talk true inside.
But for this country, we know say if we open curtain in the morning, waiting no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
We no even take responsibility for the children. Leave the man. And that's some warrior.
B. Frank Edwards, amongst others. It's great to have you here with us.
Thank you so much.
All right, what track are we hearing from you today?
So you're going to be listening to Sold Out.
Sold Out.
It's one of the tracks from our latest EP.
Okay, fantastic. Well, you look raring to go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Global, say it again,
Global Angels.
Global Angels. You need to explain that name. Talk to us about it.
All right, Global Angels. We all know that anything global means everywhere, international. So Global Angels, we are about more than 50 in numbers. We are a group. So, and the angels there is we sell out, something to the minds of people, to address social vices and also to address the way people think and behave, just to have a good community. And we can't do that without Jesus. So our aim is Jesus, preaching the word of God through music. That's it.
All right. I'm wondering, because I know that you have different aspects to your performance.
Yes.
Right? The young lady with you, what's her name? What's your name?
Ziba.
One more time?
Ziba.
Ziba. All right, talk to us, Ziba. What aspect of what you do you enjoy the most?
Music. I do music, I do dance and drama.
All right, fantastic. Well, I can't wait to see this performance. Global Angels. Thank you so much, Global Angels. Love it, love it, love it. It's about time for us to take our health segment this Tuesday morning. And we have with us once again Dr. Olatubi Olawale, an alumnus of the College of Medicine of the University of Lagos. Now, he has a very long CV. Let's start. Physiotherapist, specialty in sports and orthopedics and rehabilitation. He's also a member of the Nigerian Society of Physiotherapists and a member of the American College of Sports Medicine. His special interest is in injury prevention in sports. Now, his understanding of the intricate connection between physical and mental well-being has expanded his scope of practice to mental health as well. But today, we are discussing injury prevention and, of course, management. It's great to have you back in the studio.
Thank you very much, Titi.
All right, so when it comes to injuries, I can still remember the fact that, you know, my mom especially didn't want me to go into any kind of sport because she was always afraid that, you know, something could happen. Some bone could break or some ankle could twist. Let's talk about the most common injuries that happen, especially with regards to sports and exercise.
Yeah. You don't even have to go into sport or any exercise before you have an injury. You can be walking and just fall on you, just sprain your ankle. So the common injuries we have sprain, strain.
Okay.
You can actually sprain your ligament. Your ligaments can just be sprained while exercising or while doing any sporting activity. Then you can have fractures. That's one of the worst kind of injuries you can have as a sport individual.
Yeah.
Breaking of any of your bones. Then you can have dislocation. Dislocation is when when the joint is pulled out of its normal position.
Wow.
There's a difference between dislocation and fracture. Most people confuse both of them together. And you can have tendinitis. Tendinitis is
so that's the tendons.
Inflammation of the tendon, because majorly is actually used because of overuse of that joint. The tendon gets inflamed. That's tendinitis. And also another kind of injury you can have is concussion. You can have a hand injury. You can have a brain injury. Probably you fell on your head. That's one of the very crucial injury you can have. You can have shoulder dislocation. You can have knee tears.
So these injuries now are the things that people, you know, just don't want. They don't want anywhere near them because anything to do with bones or limbs means that you are limited in your movement for a period of time during the healing process. So let's talk a bit about the prevention now. How to prevent these injuries from happening at all.
First, one thing we have been saying every time is that exercise and sporting activities or physical activities is important for your well-being.
Okay.
You don't have to go to play football. Just make sure that you involve yourself in any kind of physical activity or exercise. We all know that it helps to prevent a lot of cardiopulmonary, cardiovascular injuries and everything. Now, how to prevent them? One of the major things is warm up and cool down.
Warm up and cool down.
Now, before you go into any exercise, you need to warm up. Then after the exercise, you cool down. Because it takes time for your body to just adjust to kind of any exercise. So you see those from footballers.
Yeah.
They just don't go into the field and play football. Wow. They do training, they play, they warm up, they do training, then they play. Then after playing, while everybody had gone home, they come back to the pitch to cool down their body.
Okay. So this warm-up, what does it comprise of now? Because I feel like warm-ups are also exercise. Am I wrong?
No. Warm-ups are not exercises.
Okay.
Now, for example, I want to play football.
All right.
It's time. I just go just went to the field and start playing football. Now, without any warm-up, before I go to play football, I take some light jogs around, making my heart and my heart to actually start preparing for the rigorous exercise you want to do.
Sure.
Then I do some stretching. Exercises to make sure that my muscles are well relaxed, and if I do that warm up very well, the risk of chances of me having injury is going to be very, very slim.
Okay.
Then also cool down is very, very important. Another preventive measures again need to do is that actually progress your exercise, the intensity of the exercise and the type of exercise. You progress it. You just move from 0 to 100.
So now for those who maybe have been doing exercise maybe in year 2020 and they decide to come back, maybe they were pushing weights of like maybe 50 kilos or 60 kilos in 2020 and then they come back in 2024 and say, okay, don't worry, I was pushing 50 then, I think I can go higher. You know, what would you advise? Would you advise that they stay with the weight that they were used to, or they start smaller?
So I would advise to start smaller,
Okay.
because it takes time to 2020 to 2024 is like 4 years.
Okay.
Now, if you be pushing 50 kg in 2020, now your muscles are actually relaxed. And for you to now want to go back to pushing that kind of weight, you can probably start with 25, 30 kg, and gradually progress to 50, progress to, even if you want to go higher, just make sure that the progression is gradual. Because if you just go to 50 at once, you might actually strain your muscle.
I know some people that, you know, maybe they jog around their estate and all that. Maybe they started jogging some years back and then they stopped and then they want to start again. And they're used to jogging around the estate like twice, 3 times. You know, what would you advise if they want to get back?
We've had issues where people were jogging and they slumped and they died.
Wow.
We've had issues where people were doing exercises and they slumped and died. Well, that's one thing about preventive measures now. You need to take it slowly. If you've been jogging 15 minutes, 20 minutes before and you stopped, if there is a stop in any exercise you're doing, when next you are going back to it, you start from, you progress. You start from small. You don't just say, because I've been doing 20 minutes, let me push. Okay. Another preventive thing is that listen to your body.
Okay.
If your body is telling you to stop when you're having pain or when you're feeling dizzy, listen, then stop. Some people try to push beyond their limits. Their body is telling them, I'm tired. There's a saying that say, no pain, no gain. No, in medicine, we really don't like that statement.
No pain, no gain. in you know, fitness and workout, even the instructors say no pain, no gain.
Yeah, no pain, no gain, because actually after exercising, your muscles feel sore and everything, which is normal. But there's some kind of pain you feel that you know that this pain is not normal. Please stop at that time.
Okay. So I know this is like old wives' tales or myths. I hear there's some vitamins, some nutrients, and some things you can eat that actually help to prevent injury when you start working out or start doing any kind of physical fitness.
I would just advise to take balanced diet and water. Always hydrate yourself. Then take balanced diet. You know, balanced diet, as you are eating a food with a balanced diet, protein, carbohydrates, fat and oil, vitamins. Take balanced diet. Now, if you don't have the means to take balanced diet, fine. You can probably go take some supplements to supplement any deficiency of nutrients you have. But I always advise balanced diet is the way. Eating a well-balanced diet.
Okay. So those injuries are not always just because of some nutrients that are lacking in the body?
No. It's just because of overuse sometimes, when you overuse a joint. And sometimes, and management too. If you want to manage this kind of injuries now, first of all, you rest. After resting, sometimes you need to apply ice.
Okay.
Sometimes if there's a swelling, you need to elevate, and sometimes you need to bandage. Sometimes everybody just when you have an injury, they just say, "Oh yeah, let us rub it." They start pressing and
no, pressing is not always
pressing is not always the answer. Sometimes when you press, you may even cause more injuries.
Okay. All right. So the same way, you know, we note in sports that if, for instance, a footballer has an injury, you never see them pressing it
at all.
You know, they probably spray it with something first and let it cool down, or maybe use an ice pack.
Ice pack, yeah.
Well, you know what, Dr. Latubi, I know that there are people that have questions at home. We can't wait to see them. Use our hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC and tag us Wake Up Nigeria TVCE with them, and we'll see if we can answer them towards next week.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doc.
It's always a pleasure.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Okay, then there is still more. Of course, let's take a quick break.
Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome the grand comedian of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Benga Dainka the First. OJ right here, 7 of 7, like you already know.
Benga right here, 7 of 7, like I'm beginning to know.
It's now time for the question.
You don't scare me one bit. Bata bata, I go drink. So.
Okay. So now one chance for Inter. My first question. Do you remember the names of the winners of that edition of StarQuest?
Of course I do.
Why do you?
And I hate myself for this. Because I have this question for you. Final question. No. Where outside Nigeria and what year? I think you're the only one that can be wicked.
I am thinking because I know back in the day.
Don't think, oh, don't think. Answer my question quick. You are thinking too much. I don't like it.
The UK.
Final answer. Okay. I said, God, please, let me to perform outside Nigeria.
Wait.
And God gave me a show in Ghana. Drink, my friend, drink. I don't
overthink this thing. See where I can.
Yes, you overthink them.
I would say you should catwalk.
Let's catwalk now. Where are we?
No, that's not catwalking.
That's
good
talking.
Uneasy lies ahead. That wears the cow. How much did you win, by the way?
No money attached right now.
But there are other things that are attached.
Yeah.
It is great to have you. Welcome. Perpetual Kadike. She's an actor, model, entrepreneur who's passionate about empowering people through scale acquisition. She is currently the winner of the 17th Beauty of Africa International Pageant, BAPE. And she is set to represent Nigeria at Miss International Beauty Pageant in October in Nippon. That's Japan.
Yeah.
It is great to have you. You are welcome.
Thank you very much.
You've been an actor and all of that, and you have now. Well, you've been doing pageants, right?
Yes.
This is not your first stint with pageants.
No, it's
that
not.
That means you have quite a story to tell.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit of that.
Okay, I started Pageantry 2018. Yeah, my first pageant was MBGN actually. And I learned a lot from the experience. It was my first time. I just assumed that pageantry was all about the glitz and glam. But when I got there, I saw different things. And I was like, I need to up my game. I need to, prepare. And I improved in so many ways.
In so many, but alongside you were doing all of that pageant, there were other things you were also doing.
Yeah.
The acting and all of that.
Acting and modeling and,
Yeah, okay. Tell us about your story. Acting, modeling, putting all of that together. That is not easy. I don't know if things have changed now. Because after COVID, there's a lot of people do auditions now. Maybe you can see people sending tapes and all of that. A lot of things are virtual now.
Yeah.
But then you had to go to places, you had to see people, you had to
exactly.
Talk to us about that journey.
It's not easy, although my experience in acting is still new. I started acting like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Although I've featured in some movies. Okay. I'm grateful for that.
All right.
But, audition...
Modeling was always there.
Yeah, modeling was always there. Modeling was always there. But, acting, it's not easy. You send a lot of tapes, you go for the physical auditions, and then you get callbacks, and you don't even know if you're eventually going to get the job.
We'll get back to you. We'll get back to you. The regular will get back. But that one happens a lot as a model.
Oh, yeah.
Because, man, I remember one particular model audition I went for. Normally you wait, but people were so plenty, they just came out. They just did point and kill. You.
Yes, exactly. Actually.
I don't love that. Just tell us about your experiences as a model.
Well, as a model, I started with runway shows.
Oh.
I was doing runway, but now I'm doing more of commercial modeling.
Commercial modeling.
And I feel like I relate more to commercial
How is
modeling now.
the industry now? Post COVID and all of that, people don't have to be physical again.
People don't have to be physical, exactly.
How is it now?
It's actually better now for me. I feel like I prefer it much now because now you have to send in videos and if you get a call back, then you go for the call back. At least you know that the physical audition will be limited to, at least you have more chance of actually getting the job.
How do you deal with rejection or no's?
Oh my God, that's something I had to fight.
In entertainment and probably in life, people don't like being rejected. People don't like hearing no, and that has limited a lot of people.
Yeah.
How have you dealt with no's?
And that's a very good question because that's something I've had to deal with for a very long time because I've faced a lot of, struggles, rejection in this career path. Yeah. And it takes like a strong backbone for you to still be in the system because of maybe the passion you have and the dream you have for yourself and for other people around you. So I think that the most important thing is to remember why you are fighting or why you are doing what you are doing. It will keep you stronger and it will keep you consistent in what you're doing. It keeps motivating you and inspiring you.
There are some people that I know, including me and some other, for that title, Survivor. You see guys, there's this guy, they wake up 4 a.m. now audition.
I'm telling you.
Like 5 auditions in one day.
Exactly.
There's this particular guy, he's a big model. As at that time, he had done some very big commercials. This guy, they'll reject him, you go back into his car and change his dress. Yeah. I'm telling you. This guy
and go back again.
Yes. Yes, he had done, there's a particular audition, this guy did it 3 times. Wow. And the third, he finally got picked.
Wow.
So they used to call some professional audition. Auditioners? Like, their job is, how are you a professional?
Auditioner.
But yeah, let's talk about your the beauty pageant now. You have won this. You've finally gotten a big yes and all that.
Yes.
What has been the experience like for you in the month so far since you've won it?
I'm grateful. Let's start with that. For eventually winning a pageant, and I get the opportunity to represent Nigeria at Miss International. I feel like that's something I've always wanted to do.
When is that?
It's next month. It's almost here.
You're going to Japan.
Yay!
I love that country, by the way, for a lot of reasons.
Me too.
I love that country.
I love the culture and everything. So, and I get to represent Nigeria at the Miss International. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the platform and the opportunities that is coming by. I can't wait to see what the year has for me and this tenor has for me.
But probably before now, you've been around the world, yeah? You've been around the world, yeah, and all of that. What is your what would you say when it comes to traveling, when it comes to moving around and seeing different cultures? What would you say is the biggest thing you've learned traveling around the world or being at different places?
Time is precious. Like we spend so much time trying to achieve something that we do not take a moment to appreciate the present time that we are in.
Wow.
So when you travel, you realize that these times you're not like the moments you're having at that period, you're never going to get it back. So you just forget about your problems, your worries for a minute, and just soak in the moment and just be like.
So Perpetua, you know, I used to I can be executive assistant. You know, you see, I like Japan. It seems like Japan would like me the way it is now. So I don't know. It's a month too short for me to apply to be your executive assistant, to travel with you. I will ensure that you are fine. Okay.
Well, we'll see what we'll do about that. We'll just send in your application. Let's see what we're gonna do for you.
I will send it in. But yeah, let's talk about you know, most of the time some people take up projects they want to do as beauty queens and all that. Do you have anything in mind that you want to push?
I'm currently working on something, although I'm not supposed to talk about it yet.
Okay.
But the most important thing is that anything project I'm pushing out there is to empower women. So I'm more about skill acquisition for women. It's now based on which particular skill I want to use to equip women at this particular time. But we're working on something big and I'm super excited. I can't wait to share it. Well, you all will soon find out about it.
Definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, thank you so much, Petra.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure talking to you. And
thank you.
Guys, wish us some. Congratulate us on our trip to Japan, because I will be there ensuring that Perpetua is well taken care of in Japan. Perpetua, we'll have breakfast for you if you don't mind.
Oh, wow. Yay.
Until me and you know go Japan, you give me back breakfast.
I may go.
welcome to the kitchen, Perpetual.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. This Chef Tade has made for you burrito.
Wow.
Chef T.
It looks so good, by the way.
Right?
Straight from Mexico.
Yes, straight from Mexico.
Wow.
Taking us on a journey there. All you just need to do is be there. In your mouth, and then while you're still present, enjoy.
Okay, so I have to take a bite.
Yes,
yeah?
have a taste. Have a taste.
Oh, this looks good.
Oh, it does.
Okay.
Ooh, look at the juices.
Oh my god. I can take this home, right?
Yes, it's all yours. As long as it doesn't, affect your diet.
No.
No, it
It's
looks really healthy.
It's a demure meal.
Yeah, very mindful.
Yes, very
Perpetual,
mindful.
remember our deal.
What's the deal?
If me and you no go Japan, you go bring back this breakfast.
And to all our guests for being on the show today, we say
indeed.
thank you. And most importantly, you watching at home. We'll see you again tomorrow, people.
Bye.